everybody. It is Saturday, November 4th, and you know what that means. It is time for the High Risk Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, not making that trip to Saudi Arabia because I just don't want to be there. It is me, Jeremy Pierce. You know you can check out the socials, Charismatic Creations on Facebook, YouTube, Charismatic_Creations 52 on Instagram, and the 215 on Twitter. Coffee, Patreon is always welcome for donations. Don't forget to check out the newest episode, the first episode of Flashback Friday. It's a rough one, but the power went out when I was filming the video, so I'm sorry. But today's show, we're going to be looking at Crown Jewel 2023. It just ended. Usually we do what just happened, but we have had shows where the Irish Wrestling Podcast has been a review show, and that's what we're going to do today. But for now, you know what's next, so just go on and hit my music. So, you know this part of the episode, the episode list, and we're going to look at the past 5 Crown Jewel main events with Super Showdown being thrown in there because for 1 year there wasn't a Crown Jewel. So starting with 2018, absolutely the worst main event in the history of Crown Jewel and the Saudi Arabia deal. DX versus the Brothers of Destruction. This was just bad. This was just a money grab match. It was like, oh, this is our first time being there. This is who we want. Yeah, it was horrible. The less said about this, the better. There's nothing redeeming about this match. Every man should have retired after this match. It was just bad. Almost as bad was in 2020 at Super Showdown, Brock Lesnar defeating The Fiend for the WWE Universal Championship. You're going to sense a theme with the rest of these matches. This was whatever. It was a way to get I'm sorry, it wasn't Brock Lesnar, it was Goldberg versus The Fiend for the Universal Championship. Now this was a way to just get the championship off of The Fiend because it's hard for a normal person to defeat a monster, so you need someone that's a monster. They need a beatable monster, and Goldberg has always been a beatable monster in his career, so it just made sense if they wanted to see the championship off of him to put it on Goldberg. 2019, Bray Wyatt versus Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Bray Wyatt defeated Seth to win this championship. I think this wasn't the Hell in a Cell match, right? I'm almost sure it wasn't. This show did have a really bad match. Yeah, they redid this match because remember they had the Hell in a Cell match, and the stipulation for this match was the match could not have been stopped for any reason after the horrible ending they had for the previous championship match that they had. 2021, number 2, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship. This was fine. If you've seen one Brock Roman match, you've seen all Brock Roman matches. It was fine. It was whatever. These two put on a solid match because it's rare that they have a bad match. It was fine. But surprisingly, number 1, the best Crown Jewel main event so far has been Roman Reigns defending the Undisputed Universal Championship against Logan Paul. And it's like head and shoulders better than every other main event they've had. It's absolutely crazy. And I attribute a lot of to Logan Paul. The dude is a dick, and he will be on my purses, but he's naturally good at professional wrestling. This match had everything: the intrigue, the build-up, the moves, the suspense. I mean, you knew Logan Paul wasn't going to win, but god damn it, he made it interesting. That is the episode list, and we'll be right back. Damien Priest is in a prime position to be elevated. He is Mr. Money in the Bank, carrying essentially what is a guaranteed World Heavyweight Championship, because rarely if you cash in, you lose. And he also has a big match against Cody Rhodes here at Crown Jewel. Seth Rollins has a big match at Crown Jewel. So the question is, will Damien Priest walk out as the World Heavyweight Championship? Will they pull the trigger on him? And I think no. I think that there is a time and a place, and me personally, I would have had Shinsuke Nakamura win the championship at the in the last man standing match against Seth Rollins. So Damien Priest is going to take loss. He's going to stay looking okay, still main event in Raw, because all the Judgment Day ever do is Raw. But the question is, when do we pull the trigger on Damien Priest? Because he has his briefcase. Does he win it before the end of the year? Does he win it before WrestleMania, but after the Royal Rumble? We don't know, but I am very curious of what they'll do, because I think Damien Priest will shine as World Heavyweight Champion. WWE Crown Jewel Blood Money 44, whatever you want to call it, just ended about an hour ago. Here we are covering the show. So before we get to the main show, let's take a look at last year's card, Crown Jewel 2022. We had a couple of matches on the show. We opened up with Brock Lesnar defeating Bobby Lashley in a solid affair. Damage Control, the team of Dakota Kai and Io Sky, defeating Alexa Bliss and Asuka to win the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. This was pretty good too. We had a steel cage match with Drew McIntyre defeating Karrion Kross. We had a 6-man tag match with the Judgment Day defeating the OC. Braun Strowman defeated Omos in the random match of the show. The Raw Tag Team titles and SmackDown Tag Team titles were on the line. The Usos were both champions at this point, and they retained, defeating the Brawling Brutes. Bianca Belair defeated Bayley, retaining the Raw Women's Championship in a last man standing match. It was a phenomenal match. And in the main event, Roman Reigns retained the Universal Undisputed WWE Championship, defeating Logan Paul in an absolutely fantastic match. This was by far and away the best Crown Jewel. But with that being said, let's get into today's show. So we had a pre-show match with Sami Zayn taking on JD McDonagh. It was a nice little way to get Sami Zayn on the card, further the storyline against the Judgment Day, and Sami Zayn won. Get this, he won with the least devastating move in all of sports entertainment. Yes, Sami Zayn won with a Blue Thunder Bomb, and the only person he actually beats with that move is AJ Styles. So yes, and the thing is, the Blue Thunder Bomb is a great looking move, and it should finish matches. But he hit a haluva kick right before. But this was solid, and JD McDonagh looked really good here too. He's a good wrestler, and Sami Zayn was the perfect dance partner for him. So we move on to the main show. We open up with the World Heavyweight Championship as Seth Rollins defended against Drew McIntyre, and this was legit. They worked in a lot of signature moves. They worked in a lot of counters and really effective near falls. Drew worked over Seth's leg, working over his body and his back, because we know the story of Seth's back. And Seth always found a way to counter, to get up and get out and recover. Seth had set up Drew for a stomp, but Drew caught him off guard, hit it with an overhead suplex and a neck breaker, kicked up, went for the Claymore. Seth super kicked him and landed a stomp, scored another near fall, because there was a bunch during this match. Drew avoided a Phoenix Splash, hit a Claymore, and a spinning crowd broke. It was awesome, because it was good. Drew went for another kick, but Seth kicked out, hit him with a pedigree and a curb stomp. This was good. This was really good. Seth Rollins retains. Honestly, I told you before, I wish Shinsuke would be champion right now, but I don't know how they're going to take the championship over Seth now. We can just overcome everything. So Damien Priest comes out. He's about to cash in when Sami Zayn came out in a hoodie, attacked Priest, and stole the briefcase and just ran away. Because he said that the Judgment Day would not have all of the power. And Michael Cole was advocating for this, which is really stupid. Priest legitimately won the briefcase and didn't do anything wrong. I get what Sami's doing, but Cole advocating for what Sami did is wrong. They cut to the back, and Drew looked defeated and dejected, and Rhea just eyed him, and she just walked away after he noticed her. It was like, yo, I told you so. I told you so. Next up, we had Rhea Ripley defending the Women's World Championship against Nia Jax, Raquel Rodriguez, Zoey Stark, and Shayna Baszler in a fatal 5-way match. And this was essentially a gang up on Nia Jax match and let her show her power, and then let Rhea show her power. They were the two real stories of the match. It was fine. It was serviceable. I want more from Zoey Stark. She landed her finisher and Nia broke it up. Raquel Rodriguez landed her finisher on Nia. That got broken up. And then we had a spot where everybody had like a submission on Nia, and she would just not tap it. They've made Nia look like a straight up monster. So Rhea sets up a riptide off the second rope, and Raquel Rodriguez goes to cover Shayna. So Rhea just gives the riptide on that she has Zoey Stark on to Raquel and wins the match. Mommy is always on top. Rhea's smart, and she's just good. And once again, she looks awesome. Next up, we had John Cena versus Solo Sikoa, and get this, John Cena's last win on pay-per-view, I had no idea. I mean, last singles win on pay-per-view, I genuinely don't remember this. John Cena versus Triple H at Crown Jewel. I don't remember this. Like, I don't. Did it like happen? I don't remember any of this at all. I do not remember him facing Triple H. With that being said, so Sikoa at the end of this match just murdered John Cena. He just murdered, and Cena did the job and paid it for. Cena even hit a chokeslam, which is really weird. But when Cena goes into these big matches with a new opponent, he breaks out a move. Remember when he did a Hurricanrana against CM Punk? But this was to make Solo look like a star and look like the killer. And we're going to get Cena a win. I don't know against who. He'll probably get his W back against Austin Theory or defeat Grayson Waller, but it won't be against Solo. But Solo Sikoa comes out the winner of this match. Next up, we had MizTV segment. He made his ring entrance. He had some Saudi Arabian guests, and then Grayson Waller came out to replace the Miz set with his Grayson Waller effects set. So here's another feud. We're doing the Miz turn. You know how these things go. They help get the local guy over, whatever, and we move on. That's just what we do. Next up, we have Rey Mysterio defending the United States Championship against Logan Paul, and this was the most obvious. Actually, no, this wasn't the most obvious. The most obvious was Roman Reigns, but this was the second most obvious winner, with Logan Paul winning the United States Championship. This match went 20 minutes, but this has probably been, and it's sad to say, the weakest of the Logan Paul matches, and he has put on some really fine matches. This was slow and drawn out. It didn't need to go 20 minutes, and it felt clunky. If this joint went 15 minutes and showed off Rey's and Logan's athleticism, this would have been much better. Logan Paul won by using the brass knuckles that he was trying to use, and then Escobar took him because one of Logan's lackeys was there, chased him out the arena, but left the brass knuckles, and Logan used them to win the United States Championship. He then went into the corner and was like, yo, Rey, I love you. It was bound to happen. I just got to do it. And Rey was like, I know what you did. And then Logan was just playing dumb. So we'll see what happens. I really was expecting Dom to be the one to cost his pops the championship. But Logan Paul is your United States Championship. Next up, Io Sky versus Bianca Belair, with Io defending the WWE Women's Championship. And I love this. It was a really good match. The crowd was really, really dead for it. So if you exclude the crowd, this was a good match because Io Sky is just a fantastic wrestler. And my fear was that Io was going to lose here, but she didn't. So Io worked over Bianca's leg and controlled a lot of the match until Bianca was able to, power up. And we get to the point where obviously Bayley comes out and Io's like, yo, what are you doing? Bayley's like, trust her, trust me. When she's watching closely, Io didn't seem excited about this. So Bianca countered and went for a KOD. Io slipped, kneed Belair holding her braid, right? And Scott went for tightrope move, hit a moonsault on the outside, both were down on the outside. Bianca, right, rallied, got Sky back in the ring, and Bayley distracted the ref. So Bianca was like, all right, I'm just going to take care of Bayley. She takes care of Bayley, and Sky clotheslined her, right? Then slingshot us over the top rope, takes out Bayley, accidentally hits Bayley. Bianca threw Io back into the ring, right? Bianca punched her Bayley off of her, set up for a KOD on ringside, and Kairi Sane showed up and punched Bianca, and then threw her to the ring post, hit a spinning back fist. When Bianca crawled back into the ring, Io was already on the top rope, hit the over the moonsault. 1, 2, 3, have our champion retaining. Io and Kairi hugged, and Bayley looked confused. Io and Kairi attacked Bianca after the match. Kairi landed an insane elbow because it's just an amazing move. And they hugged. And you got to remember, the last time Kairi was on TV, Bayley was the one that took her out. So it's obvious that Io had Kairi as her backup plan, but didn't inform Bayley. This is going to be very, very interesting. I'm so happy that Kairi is back and they've teamed her with Io. Now, if we can just get Asuka here and team all three of them up, oh my God, I would love it. This would be absolutely amazing, fantastic. I want it to happen. And Io's the champion right now. Oh my God, we not only get the Sky Pirates back together, but we could also get the Kabuki Warriors back together. Oh my God, I want it so bad. Next up, we had Cody Rhodes, Damien Priest, and this was a standard match. Cody won with 3 crossroads. It was quite simple. It was quite easy for him. I mean, when you're the Mr. Money in the Bank like Damien Priest, you're not going to win many matches, but when you got the Judgment Day with you, you're probably going to win matches, so they cancel each other out. So, like, Dom tried to help, but then Jay came out to stop Dom, and the cycle repeats itself. So we had a lot of interference from a lot of people tonight, but Cody won with 3 emphatic crossroads, and he is on a mission, and he's coming for Roman Reigns. And speaking of Roman Reigns, we have the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship with Roman Reigns defending against LA Knight, and this was obvious was going to be. The crowd was up for this match because LA Knight is super over, and like every Roman Reigns match, they all look the same, but they all end up the same, but they all look good, as LA Knight at times dominated. And every Roman match starts with the opponent on this quick flurry controlling Roman, and then we get the middle where Roman is it's slow and methodical, and Roman does his thing and panders to the crowd, and it's really, really good. And then someone comes out right when the opponent gets an upper hand, and they help Roman, and then the challenger goes after the person who helped Roman, and then they go back in the ring and catch with a spear, and then they get caught with another spear, and then 1, 2, 3, Roman retains. And everything I just said is exactly what happened, because it happens in every single Roman Reigns match. There's nothing new. There's nothing new. I understand you all don't like it. Roman's going to be champion up until WrestleMania. Get used to it. And not only that, he will not be defending the championship again until the Royal Rumble. Period. Sorry. This was fine. LA Knight looked good in defeat because everybody looks good in defeat against Roman Reigns. This was whatever. It was cool. It was one of the better matches on the card, but it was cool. It was fine. But that was WWE Crown Jewel 2023. It was a fine show, but I still think last year's show was much, much better. But that's the show. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. I don't know what's next week, so I forgot to put the schedule out. So come back Sunday or Monday for the schedule for the rest of the month of November. Please don't forget to check out Flashback Friday. I'm going to keep knocking that joint out for you. Check me out on the socials, Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube, Charismatic_Creations52 on Instagram, the 215 on Twitter. And as always, Zia Lee, Wendy Chu, Shotzi Blackheart, Gigi Dolan, Jamie Hayter, Chris Statlander, Isla Dawn, and Willow Nightingale. Holla at your boy. Peace.